Hi everyone, welcome to Craft and Create. This is Catherine from the Florissant Public Library. Today I'm going to show you how to make these pretty beach-themed glass storage jars. Here's a list of everything you'll need for this craft. The first thing you want to do is to paint your glass jar with the chalk paint. You want to take the lid off. I'm using a pretty blue color called Cascade. You don't have to put a real thick layer on. Once you have your jar painted, you want to set it aside to dry before you sand it. Once the paint is dried, you want to take your sandpaper. I'm using 220 grit and just a small piece, and gently sand your glass jar. It's okay that paint is coming off because the goal is to make this look weathered and a little bit antique. You can keep sanding until you have your desired look. One of the things I have extra paint up here inside the rim, and actually if you take your sandpaper, you can sand that off. Depending on how thick the paint is, you might have to press a little bit harder with the sandpaper. I have some spots on here that the paint went on thicker than others. So I'm pretty happy with that, and I'm going to stop sanding. I like the way this looks, and the next step is to add the twine and the charm. I'm going to use a mermaid tail charm, but you can use a seashell, a starfish, a seahorse, any beach themed charm. I'm going to add the jump ring to the charm first. And to do that, this is kind of small, so I hope you can see. The jump ring does have a place where it joins, kind of in the middle, and you want to take 2 pairs of pliers. I have mini ones, but any will work. And you want to pull them in opposite directions to open up the jump ring. And then you stick your charm on it. Hopefully I've got it opened enough. Yep. And then you want to pull the jump ring back together like that. And now I'm going to wrap the twine. I'm going to wrap the twine around the top of the glass jar. I've cut twine hopefully so that it will wrap around at least 3 times. So we just wrap it around like that. And then when I have it wrapped around, I'm going to make a knot in the center, or as close to the center as you can get. Now we're going to put the charm on. I'm going to take both ends of the twine and put them through the jump ring on the charm. And pull the charm all the way down so that it sits in the center of my jar. And then I'm going to make another knot. Hold the charm in place. And then we're going to tie a bow. And there we go. You can trim the ends if you want, which I'm going to do because it seems a little bit long. And actually I think I'm going to make the bow a little bit smaller. And take scissors and trim this end. And trim this end just a little bit. There we go. And now you're ready to glue or adhere the decorative knob to the lid and to finish the jar. To finish the jar, you want to attach the decorative glass knob to the lid. I picked one that looks like a crystal, but you can pick whichever kind of decorative knob that you like. We're going to use the E6000. And put a little bit on the bottom of the knob. And then try and get it in the center of the lid as close as you can. And you want to let that sit overnight to dry and to cure so it doesn't come off. I have one from the from the lid that we painted earlier that I had already glued on that's ready. So we're going to stick that on. And there's our finished jar. You can make a whole collection of these jars in various shapes and sizes. They look pretty sitting on the counter and are good for storing things. Thanks for watching. Join me next time for a new craft adventure.